getting 80% recovery and low waste again. I mean, down to about 30 something percent. So yeah, I think it bodes well for the copper, and the copper is an incremental addition to the economics for us, and therefore it points to a relatively straightforward operation to recover those two.
Hello, you're watching Proactive. I'm joined by Paul Barrett, the CEO of Rome Resources. Paul, very good to speak with you. These metallurgical results look pretty strong, especially the tin gravity recovery and copper flotation. In plain terms for investors, what do they tell you about how economically viable Bissie North could be?
Yes, hi Stephen, thanks. Well, I guess that part of the jigsaw of the whole project, really, and the reason that we've done this is because Montagoma has the polymetallic nature with the copper and the zinc and the tin, as well as some silver. So we've concentrated really on how recoverable the tin and the copper are, and these initial results have shown, unsurprisingly, actually, with the tin, because tin is the cassiterite is pretty high density and therefore does respond very well to gravity kind of separation. So very good results from the tin in terms of recovery. We get high grades, we get very, very low waste, and so it makes for a relatively simple and therefore low cost process. And the copper, of course, the copper is sitting there at Montagoma on the ridge, so we will be removing the copper to get to the tin in the first place, and therefore making that a commodity is very important. And the recovery of the copper was really good. I mean, I wouldn't say it's a surprise. It's not really my area of expertise, but I was really happy to see the numbers come out so clearly, getting 80% recovery and low waste again. I mean, down to about 30 something percent. So yeah, I think it bodes well for the copper, and the copper is an incremental addition to the economics for us, and therefore it points to a relatively straightforward operation to recover those two.
I mean, how could early copper production change the development timeline or cash flow profile of the project, Paul?
Well, there's quite a bit going on at the moment in DRC around other mineral deposits and other potential offtake arrangements, etc. So those are discussions that are going on at the moment. In terms of the timing, I don't think it materially affects the timing. It's just what it will materially affect is what the flow sheet looks like and the equipment that is required to produce it. But I think there's two things. So there's the Kalai with the tin. That is a very straightforward situation now. We know the tin is extremely recoverable in simple terms. And there is an offtake 8 kilometers down the road, as we've spoken about quite a lot. And so that's straightforward. Getting the copper to market is slightly more complicated, but I think, as I say, with a lot of things happening, a lot more interest in the DRC in terms of copper and other minerals, that these will open up as time goes on. So I don't have any problem with timing at all, in fact.
With drilling ongoing at Kalai and Montagoma up next, what are the key milestones investors should watch out for over the next few months that could move the story forward?
Yes, we are drilling. I mean, we're drilling today, so there's been 3 holes. We're just looking at what point to just put some announcement out. We'll try and get it out before Indaba. So I don't know, that probably means later this week we'll put something out about the drilling. So, and that is an ongoing thing. I mean, there is one slight mistake in the RNS insofar as I said we'd be moving to Montagoma next month. We actually wrote that on Friday. So next month means February rather than March. But so once we're finished with these Kalai holes, we're probably going to drill after the current 2. We'll probably drill 2 more and move to Montagoma for some extension work in the northwest and the southeast. So yeah, it'll be just more of the same in terms of drilling results. We don't have any assays back yet. We didn't really expect them yet, so that will come, feed through a month or 2 later on. But it will all fall into an updated resource estimate at some point in, let's say, May.
Well, Paul, I'm sure you'll be keeping us updated with the developments as they occur. Thank you very much for your time today.
Thanks, Stephen.
Paul Barrett, the CEO of Rome Resources.